Hi everyone, Greg Doyle here, Eat, Sleep, Boxing, Repeat. Prediction video time for this week, and the first prediction video I'm going to come to you guys with is this Friday night's British featherweight title fight between Ryan Walsh, who is 23-2, and my country's very own Lewis Paulin, who is 12-0. So to get right into it, I think it's going to be a very interesting fight. If you haven't heard or seen of Lewis Paulin, I think it'd be very easy to turn around and think it's going to be a routine defence for Ryan Walsh. But if Lewis Paulin shows up, then it is going to be anything but that. Lewis Paulin's a very, very good fighter. I've been aware of Lewis Paulin in this country for a number of years. He's fought on the undercard of Ricky Burns' world title fights time after time, so I have seen him in the flesh quite a few times live, and he's a very, very neat boxer. So I think that this Friday's fight, it will be a very, very good, hard fought, entertaining fight. Areas where the fight can be won, I think your Ryan Walsh, you've got to use your experience. He's been in there with some really good guys like Reese, who he recently beat on a split decision to retain his title. We know he's got the loss to Dennis Keelan over in Denmark, who was European champion, very good fighter. He's fought quite a few experienced guys. Ryan Walsh, Darren Trainer from this country as well, who was a very, very good amateur, and Ryan's seen him off, I believe it was inside 5 rounds. I do believe if Ryan is going to stand a chance of coming through this fight on Friday, retaining his title, then he has to use his experience. I think that's going to play a vital role for him. Lewis, if you're coming into the fight and you're Lewis, you've got nothing to lose. It's your first shot at the British title. You're undefeated. You've beat a really good boy in Stephen Tiffany. Stephen Tiffany is... It's a funny video this week because all these guys, I'm round about the same age as them, and I remember seeing a lot of them in the amateurs when I was competing myself. Stephen Tiffany was a very, very good fighter, but Lewis seemed to point him fairly straightforward, which surprised me at the time because Stephen he did an awful lot of amateur fights, very good and skilled boxer, but he did come in overweight for that fight. But Lewis, I think it was about 98, 92 on points that Lewis beat him, so it goes to show that Lewis is a very good boxer in his own right, and maybe he's starting to find his way in the pro ranks, and I can see him giving it a very, very, very a very good account of himself on Friday, Lewis, and I think it will be a very, very hard fight for Ryan Walsh. However, prediction time, that's what we're all here for. So for me, you know, I think this is a tricky one. I don't think this is very straightforward at all. I'm a big believer in a passing of the torch, and Ryan Walsh is 33 years old, and the fights with Reese, Isaac Lowe is another one, the draw with Isaac Lowe. A few of his recent fights have looked like they're really hard work, but I do think that he might still have just a little bit too much for Lewis on Friday, but I do see Lewis making it competitive, taking it all the way, and I see Ryan Walsh winning on points by a few. I don't see it being very wide. I think that there's going to be times where Lewis is really going to have him second guessing himself in the fight, but I do see Ryan Walsh coming through via points this Friday night on the MTK show. I think it'll maybe be about 3 or 4 rounds, so I do think it'll be a hard fought thing. But yeah, that's my prediction for Friday. Ryan Walsh to retain his British featherweight title via points over Lewis Paulin.